Alright, real quick, this is something you definitely don't want to miss out on. If you go here, this is Cherry Grove Town, I think, is the name. Whatever, it's like the second town in the game. If you surf here, hopefully don't run into a battle. And then you surf over here and you talk to this guy. A Pokemon I caught had an item. I think it's Mystic Water. I don't need it, so do you want it? And there you go, you get the Mystic Water, which is a held item that raises the power of water-type moves. You know, since I'm using Feraligatr, I like to keep Nevermelt Ice on it. But if you're using the red Gyarados or something, then it might not be a bad idea to give that the Nevermelt Ice, or that the Mystic Water. So, you know, just a good thing to get before you go to the Elite Four. Hey everybody, this is CapNex24 bringing you another episode of the Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver Gotta Catch 'em All walkthrough. Now this is the Soul Silver cam. We're about to start the Elite Four. It's a good idea to save before you begin, which I already did, frankly. So let's just talk to this guy. He let us through. And the door shuts behind us, so hopefully you're stocked up and ready for this. Now my team is a little bit different than my Heart Gold team. Also, it's a little better leveled because, you know, I didn't want the same thing. You know, like, I was a bit under-leveled in Heart Gold, and that made things a little more challenging than I'd have liked them to be later down the line. As in, like, really close to the end, that kind of, you know, got back at me. Anyway, starting out is Golem, level 41, which has a Heartstone, which makes, improves Rock-type moves. It knows Earthquake, Rock Smash, Strength, and Rollout. Then there's Machamp, Muscle, which has an Amulet Coin that knows Strength, Submission, Revenge, and Karate Chop. Feraligatr, which has a Nevermelt Ice and knows Waterfall, Ice Fang, Surf, and Crunch. Butterfree, which has a Silver Powder that boosts Bug moves, and it knows Gust, Sleep Powder, Bug Buzz, and Psybeam. Meganium with a Miracle Seed, which knows Light Screen, Petal Dance, Cut, and Magical Leaf. Typhlosion with a Shell Bell, which knows Quick Attack, Flame Wheel, Smoke Screen, and Lava Plume. Now, obviously, the stuff's a little higher leveled. Like, yeah, in like Heart Gold, it was just below 40s. Here, my lowest guy is Muscle at 40. So, yeah, that'll be preparing me a little bit better. I'm starting out with Golem. Originally I was going to train up, you know, an Ampharos, but then I decided then my teams would be a little too similar. I wanted to mix it up with the Golem, especially since I was a little higher level than, you know, what I had to work with. So anyway, let's talk to this guy here. This is Will. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Will. I've trained all around the world, making my Psychic-type Pokemon powerful. And at last, I've been accepted into the Elite Four. I can only keep getting better. Losing is not an option. So, as he mentioned, he's a Psychic-type trainer. And he has two Zatus, a Slowbro, an Executor, and a Jinx. He'll start with one of the Zatus. This one's going to be level 41, or sorry, 40 apparently. The other one's either 41 or 42. So I'm going to start with a Rollout, if I can. Ooh, apparently that's going to use it instead against me. Too bad it's really weak. It's either half damage or a quarter, even though Me First apparently makes the move 50% more powerful. Ooh, nice at critical and almost got it down. I guess it's going to continue the Rollout, which makes it not be able to heal. Kind of works in my favor. And now we're already going on to number 3 of the Rollout chain. Hopefully we can keep this going and, you know, destroy something. I'm going to keep battling, see what I can do. Slowbro, I believe, is Water Psychic. All his Pokemon know the move Psychic, and that's pretty much going to be the one move you really need to watch out for. Oh yeah, except Water Pulse on this, and I think Executor knows a Grass move. If you have a good Dark type, then, you know, that can totally be, like, played to your advantage. I'm not exactly sure what I should go to here. I guess I'll go with Meganium since it's got the the advantage against the water. I don't really want to risk a Petal Dance. I probably should have set up with the Light Screen first. If this doesn't knock it out, then I'll go into a Light Screen. Okay, it knocked it out. Anyway, a good Dark type is definitely going to play to your advantage, unless you've been spending some time in the Safari Zone, which we haven't gotten to yet. then you probably don't have one unless you went for Umbreon after you got an Eevee from Bill, I think it was. And Umbreon is very defensive, and it can actually be extremely useful if you use it right here, since it's completely resistant to Psychic, and you know, it's defensive enough to not have to worry about the other moves. And while it might be not that offensive, you know, Bite would be super effective against anything he'll use, even though Bite's not that great a move. Bug Buzz is strong against Psychic and maybe Ice. Apparently Butterfree is having a little bit of trouble here, though. While Butterfree might not be as good or as powerful as Alakazam, and Psybeam isn't as good as like Psychic, especially Butterfree's Psybeam, its advantage is that it knows Bug Buzz, which is strong against Psychic and Dark. I guess I'm going into Typhlosion here. Jinx, if I recall, had absolutely horrible defense. So I'm going to go with the Flame Wheel here, even though it's a little weaker than Lava Plume. It'll pay off in the end, I believe. If you can get a Charcoal for Typhlosion, that'll really pay off to your advantage. You know, held items that improve certain type moves are going to be, they're going to play a huge role in, well, throughout the game, but especially here in the Elite Four, not even as much as in like gym battles, because you can sort of think of the Elite Four as multiple gym battles in a row. Instead, of course, because I don't have a Charcoal, I have a Shell Bell on Typhlosion, which still sort of works out, because when it does a lot of damage, it heals a good bit back. Typhlosion's also going to work nicely against Executor. I kind of forget if Executor had worse defense or special defense, but I'm pretty sure its special defense is worse than its defense. So let's go with the Lava Plume, which happens to be more powerful than Flame Wheel. Hopefully this will make Executor take a big hit. Ooh, nice. And that'll heal off a good bit with the Shell Bell. Puts up a Reflect, which is fine by me. All it did is raise its team's defense, which won't be a huge problem for me. Maybe a small one, because I think he's down only to Xatu now. There we go, lots of experience for Typhlosion. And it wants to learn Flamethrower. See, what's the advantage of... Ooh, Flamethrower is more powerful than Lava Plume. Definitely keeping Flamethrower then. Yeah, and finally he's going with the Xatu. Wondering if I should switch. I don't have anything particularly good that's non-physical against him, so I guess I'll give Flamethrower a shot and see how that plays out. If you've got Brick Break, which I'm not sure if you can have at this point in the game, that'll break moves like Reflect or Light Screen. So that can be good, especially if you put it on a Machamp, but that would kind of suck against Xatu anyway. Pretty sure that would be a quarter damage. There we go. Citrus Berry happened to take it out of like the oh wait, no, it wasn't really in the damage zone. Like that, the heal zone, that is. Confusion's not going to be fun, but if I can just get in one more Flamethrower, I think the battle is mine. And if not, then the burn will definitely take care of it for me. Ooh, so close. Whatever, I'm not sure what Xatu's going to pull here. Apparently a Psychic. But even so, that's not going to be a huge deal because I already won the battle. And there we go, that wasn't that bad. Alright, and now we can move on. So, if you liked this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, send this to your friends, and I'll see you guys next time.